Hi, so this is like the third and final part of my collection. It's taken a bit longer because I had a bit of a move around. So this wall now has 3 canvases, my Jakks Pacific figures by the door, but the door still opens. I now have my beautiful t-shirts that my lovely wife bought me. I'm a big Bruce Lee and Batman fan, so she bought me them. So really awesome. And now I've got my TV set up here with the PlayStation, 2 chairs in here. So I've got PlayStation 4 Shenmue I'm playing, my surround system underneath, my record player, just about see it underneath there, records there. Pretty happy with that. It means like if we play games together or watch a movie, we can just sit in here. And then up here we have my female statues. Brilliant game. Love that. Mirror's Edge one. I love that. Witcher. And that's obviously from Dead or Alive. A couple of dragons. Linda Carter Wonder Woman. Lara Croft. And then we have my Black Widow from Infinity War. I really quite like that statue. Well, I like all my statues, but I like that one, even though the reviews. And at the top shelf, we've got my 3 plates: Bruce Lee, Elvis Presley, Lord of the Rings. And here we have a rose that my wife bought me, completely spontaneous, lights up. Absolutely love this figure. I've never once have I said to her, oh, I don't want that because it's not related to Bruce Lee or Elvis or statues. It was a spontaneous buy and I absolutely love it. Here we have my Darth Vader, Dave Prowse autograph. As I say, I buy from reputable people, but if they're fakes, I don't pay a fortune. And then I've got my pewter military figures there, my original figures I had from when I was a child. When my mum passed away, I've got them. They're not ever going away. And then again, Law and Hardy I got from my wife. So happy to have that. I love Law and Hardy. So these may seem a bit cramped, these shelves, but I'm kind of going upscale into 1/4 scale. So yeah, I'm having to try and make enough room that if I want to expand eventually in here, but that's down the line, and you know, it's a slow process. So that's my Batman, Catwoman. Glad to have her back in my collection. And then down below, these are like the mixed statues, figures. Ghostbusters are my wife's, but they're still important. Obviously Final Fantasy. I have thought about getting rid of some of these, but then I go, I can't, because I only really buy figures that relate to, like, I love that Final Fantasy Spirit Within movie. I've had them a long time, so they're not going anywhere, these busts. Then I have my kind of Thunderbirds collection down here, along with my Camberwick Green and Trumpton. Yeah, I mean, it is very tight fitting collection, but I actually quite like them like this. It's like having action figures, but they're just statues. And again, that's from my lovely wife, bought me that a long time ago, that diorama. So I'm very happy with that. And then down here we have my Bruce Lee statues and a couple of my Planet of the Apes figures, or statues actually. And then we have my Jakks Pacific Dark Knight figure there. My Ray, which I've done a review of. Love that piece. And then we have some Batman bits in the cabinet. I don't really like putting statues in the cabinet, so I've got space down there if I've got anything else, but that's, 89 Batman. 66 is the one I grew up with, and then there's some Hot Wheels. I still need to get the Hot Wheel boat, but I'm not paying the prices they are. I'll just wait till it comes down. And then we have my Batman Fist of Fury poster there. And then we have, see, in the drawers I have books, bits and pieces. My writing's in there. Again, just bits and pieces. There's books in there, records. There's games in there because we play a lot of board games. So here we have my Bruce Lee. And again, my wife bought me that one, which is along with the plate you saw and the knife. So I like having them two together. This one's a work in progress. The Journal Ursus from Beneath Planet of the Apes. Unfortunately, I did break that, but we've done a 2-part resin fix on it. So it's 24 hours full hardening. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to put that back on his arm or just leave Altair in front of that arm, because what it does is it leans forward, and with that flag it's got a tendency to fall over unless I'm going to wedge it underneath. I haven't made up my mind yet. And then obviously you've got my Batman, my new one that I've done a review of, if you want to look that up. And then a couple of Spider-Man. Obviously Nick Hammond's my Spider-Man. And then the alternate head. So if I pull away, basically that's my larger statue collection. And any other ones I'm going to get, then I'll have to reconsider what I'm doing. But at the moment, this is what I've got. So, and then we've got my knives down there, which I'm pretty happy to have. So that's my collection. It's very personal. Like, I don't go for the same. If you watch a lot of videos, you might see loads of people having the same ones. I try to mix and match of what means to me as a child, who inspired me growing up, and a few modern pieces as well. And that way, it's kind of important. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing, liking and sharing. It is very important to my channel that, for me to invest in, especially big end statues, I need to know people want to watch them as well.